Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome to some Stardew Valley. I hope you're all doing good. It has been a little while since I've had Stardew on the channel, so I thought it would be fun to play again. We are in, I'm not gonna say heavily modded, but I've probably got about 20 mods right now, and we will go over them as we use them. So I thought we'll just hop in, get started. We've got a pretty easy, run here, 19821, pretty standard. I've chosen a cat because cats give gifts. If dogs could, I'd probably pick a dog as well. But, we're going to go from there. Named my farm, gave myself my name of D. And we're playing on what's listed here as the standard, but we are playing on Blackberry Fields Farm. All of the mods, by the way, I will have like a little page listing them. So if any of you guys want to download them or check them out, they will be listed there for you to be able to play. But let's hop on in and check it out. My very special grandson. What do I get? I've already seen this probably about a million times. I want you to have this sealed envelope. But just in case you guys haven't seen it, I wanted to show it here. I'm also curious who that is. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. Little dude. Now let Grandpa rest. XX years later. So 20 years later? Oh, yay. I'm glad I never had to work in anything like this. Like, I've been lucky where I haven't had to work an office job. And I know they're not all like this. I know that. But, like, some of them are pretty bad. Like, there's some bad references here. There's literally a dead guy here. I thought there used to be a terminated booth. Did I miss that? Maybe it says we're leaving. I don't know. Just look at the size of these monitors compared to us two. I like it. We're opening the drawer. Classic mouse. Oh. If you're reading this, you must have been in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature, so I dropped everything and moved to a place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Berryville Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley. On the southern coast, it's the perfect place to start your new life. I also know this voice has changed like 12 times. Sorry. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck, love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me. Let's go! Let's quit our job. I'm hoping in 7-ish years I'll be able to quit my job because I'll have my own farm. I've been working on that plan for years. In the process, just bought a house. Not enough land to farm on, but, it's step one. You gotta start one place, then you move on. I always forget we actually take this bus in. Because, like, the one in town's broken, and I never know... Like, I remember we took a bus in, but not that it wasn't the bus that's here. So I'm curious as to where they drop us off if that bus is dead, Like, do they still drop us off there? I don't know. Alright. Now. Hey-oh. I'm also running custom textures. A couple different ones. So Daisy Nico's Earth Recolor, Daisy Nico's Tile Sheets, Gwen's Medieval Craftables, Medieval Building by Gwenazek, and I think that... Yeah, I think that's all the textures I'm running. So I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here if you follow me. I really like this coloring. I do highly like... There's a lot of really good textures out there. This is probably one of my favorites. And it fits real well with this farm style. Oh, she's standing in a rock. This is Berryville Farm. It's big as well. Very big. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. But yeah, like my mailbox is just a little bird. And here we are. Oh, I clicked and I did not mean to. Whoops. And the new farmer. Hello, Lewis. Old man says hello. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. I don't really think I brought anything. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic, that's one way to put it. Oh, thanks, Robin. Laughing at my stuff. Krusty might be a little more apt, though. Don't listen to her, Dee. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you buy one of her house upgrades. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Bye, peeps. So, a couple other mods that we are running, actually. So, UI Info Suite. Big help. Highly recommend it. Shows a bunch of stuff. Luck icon, level up animations, XP bars, which you see in the top left corner here. But I also have one that's down here that tells me exact values, which is pretty nice. So, there's a bunch of different stuff. We're going to run through. I'm going to see, is anything different here? So, also, I can view the billboard and calendar directly from my inventory. Boom, all of this is here. Yeah, standard stuff. There are several new people, so let's take a look. We'll meet them. You know what? We'll meet them as we go. We'll meet them as we go. A bunch of new I shouldn't say a bunch of new crafts. A bunch of new textures for all of this, as I had said. A couple of new recipes as well. So I'm playing Stardew Valley Expanded, and obviously that adds a lot of stuff. And we'll be able to go through with that. We are playing Remixed on the community center and on the mines for rewards. So everything's going to be a bit different. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. And if you guys do have any questions, as I said, let me know. I played through about a year on this just to see, so I knew a bunch of the different stuff like that. I didn't plan on doing a year, but I kind of got carried away and just kept playing. So that kind of just happens. But this is a fantastic layout. There's a lot of stuff to do on this farm, and it's big, but they balanced it real well by adding in a couple of useful items on the farm for it. So actually, instead of doing all this right now, let's do a quick bit of travel. So one of the things you'll see is we have this boat up in the corner here, and this brings us down to our southern exit right down here, which is very nice. And then we do have this big fishing pond in here. I am also playing with visible fish, so it does show the fish that I could catch if I were to fish right now. And the other upside to this area that is different is right over here. Obviously, we get a nice little bridge. We have our standard cave, but inside the cave, and along with 3 other points in the area, are minecarts. So we have minecart north, which is just to the left of this. We have the farm quarry, which is in the southwest corner, and we have one that goes to the southeast corner. So if we go down here to the quarry, we can actually mine before the mines are even unlocked, and gives us a little bit of bonus XP and such. So we can kind of get started on some stuff early. We'll definitely get a visit from Clint tomorrow when we wake up. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, we won't have enough to get I don't think we'll get a smelter today, but you just kind of come on over here, and this is based on the levels of the mine that you are. So if you're, you know, deeper in the mines you go, if you're down at iron level, you can start getting iron here. Once you get to gold, there's a higher chance of iron appearing here, so on and so forth. So you can get all the way down in the main mines. You can start getting the cosmic rocks and I just forgot the purple stuff. But yeah, that stuff as well. So it's pretty nice. I try and clear it out as often as I can, especially of like the basic stuff here. But let's walk through the farm a bit. Obviously, jump around. There is hardwood stumps down here that regrow. There's a bunch smattered throughout the area. And as I said, lots of land. Let's see. Yeah, so you can kind of see all of this little ladder to get up to there. The southern entrance is right over here by this boat. So all in all, big farm. Very big farm. The grass is hoeable, so you can plant on it. And there are a couple of little water troughs around so that you can collect water from different points. Here's the north point. That'll drop you out there, and then we're back over here at our northern exit. So let's get on in here. We're going to clean up some space and put down our first little farm of our, what was it, 15 parsnips. I always forget how slow it is at the start. Alright, can we craft? Yep, let's get that crafted. Throw that down real quick. And I have to be careful with some of my placements because I am also running the automate mod. I use it for a few things here and there. Okay, that is literally it. Alright, let's go find us some forage. Because I'm out of energy, everybody. But yeah, most of the rest of the map is the same in relation to expanded. So if you guys have, or expanded, I think it's expanded. Again, I'll have everything linked down below so you guys can check it all out. But there is a new farmer up here that we get to meet later. The train station and the spa are all kind of like decorated up that area there. The mine is moved. It is not here. It is farther up. And there is a mod that you can get to expand the stuff for the guild that's up there, and you do see a little bit of it in this and expanded, but I don't have that mod just because there's already so much for us to do that I don't even know where I'd start. So I definitely want to mess around with it in the future because it adds a lot more combat, a couple more NPCs and stuff along those lines that you get to meet, a couple more that you get to befriend, a couple cool giftables that are given to you, stuff along those lines. So all stuff I want to check out in the future, but I don't know if we're going to add it in this playthrough or not. We'll see how it goes towards, you know, the mid of the playthrough. We'll kind of go from there. Oh, another thing that we get, I forget because it's not attached to the farm, is Grandpa's shed. This is something we unlock later. It is pretty useful, has a secondary greenhouse in the top. So, a lot of useful stuff in there. We'll go over that once we unlock it, though. We're not going to go too nuts with it right now. I have played with that shed in a different playthrough that I did on a stream a couple years ago now, I want to say. So, very useful. Oh, no, nothing there. But yeah, I do like the kind of like recolored grass. You see everybody's got a little bit of a difference. You saw the town probably looked a little different. I know I just cruised through it. I'm just on a route right now. Leah has a little bit more of an outside area. Some stuff has changed over here. There's a whole new farm over here. Let's go check out this guy here real quick. Hello, hello. I think this is Andy, if I remember correctly. Andy, I can't get to you. Yeah, so this is Fairhaven Farm. Andy is a big Joja supporter. Would you look at that? It's the new farmer everyone has been talking about. Finally moved into the valley, I see. Been working Fairhaven Farm for many years. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Andy's a little gruff in the beginning, but he is actually, you know, a pretty solid dude. And he does, you know, when you start to make friends with him, I've heard he does give you some pretty cool stuff. You can see there he's growing with strawberries, parsnips, and beans. Whoop. Yeah, let's eat this. I am going to need to collect my standard forage. So as I said, I am playing with remixed for the community center, so not everything I need will be the normal stuff. I could there's some different ones you can get there, so we'll definitely have to pay attention to it. Oh sweet, we got even more over here. Another thing I'm using is the Scythe Harvest mod, so you can use it to harvest stuff on your farm, which I will probably get rid of because I recently learned that once you get to level 10, there is stuff beyond, which is what this bar relates to, and one of the items you can get allows you to do the same thing. I may get rid of it, I may not. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you think I should keep it or get rid of it. Yoink. One last spot. This place is giant over here, so I'm going to run through it on my own. But this is a whole nother edition. There is another farm off over here that's got a whole story thing with it that I don't actually know. There's an old wine farm, old winery and grape farm over there. But yeah, let me run through this place. It is pretty big. So I'm going to run through, see if I can collect up anything in here. And I'll meet you all back at the farm. Hey! That's an actual sword. Alright, so down here it looks like you can find a sword. So this is, you just go straight down and just follow it all the way down and then around the bottom. You'll find, looks like we have ancient swords, which is just an artifact, but you can also get a forest sword, which is 8 to 18, which is way better than the sword. They give you +2 speed and +1 defense. I like it. And then we get 3 total artifacts. This is actually pretty good. Oh, we have to collect acorns. That's one I haven't seen before, is the forest bundle. So we got spring bundle, forest bundle. This is also part of the forest bundle, so we'll definitely have to check that out. I like it. Alright, meet you back at the farm again. And there we go, all done. Boom. And if you saw, we did level up in 1 skill so far. We are really close on mining, but I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to use the last of my energy to chop down these trees. And I think that's a good first day. You know, let's sleep. We'll let it tick over tomorrow. Boom, and... Oops, no, I'm stuck. Yeah, it does get really dark at night in this game. I have noticed that. So we'll definitely have to play around with that, kind of get things going. When you're just playing, you don't really think about it, but once you have to get in here and you're doing, you know, videos and stuff, you notice how dark it gets. Let's get on in here and sleep. There we go, level up. Level 1 foraging, +1 axe proficiency, trees sometimes drop seeds, new crafting recipes, wild seeds spring, and field snack. I like them. And there we go. We're going to get some rain tomorrow. We're feeling lucky. Got some stuff here. Getting started. Basics. Cultivate and harvest a parsnip. Meet people. And then go to meet Gunther. Who has an expanded storyline in this. Oop, I knew we'd get Clint today. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around here. I want you to have them. I was thinking about doing voices for everybody, but with how long this series may end up being, the voices will always change. So sometimes I'll do voices, sometimes I won't. Maybe. I don't know. I used to play a lot of D&D. Voices were a thing. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay. I'm heading home. Take it easy. Clint's a pretty cool guy. Everyone's kind of mean to Clint. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone I watch doesn't like Clint. And I know he's an odd duck, but he's a good guy. You know? I think so, at least. But we'll kind of see how it goes. But yeah, I think I'm going to clean up a little on our farm here. And maybe go meet some of the new people. I think that's what we'll do. Let me do some chores here, and I'll bring you around to meet some of the new people. I forgot about the mail. So we have an advertisement here. Oh, the backpacks. So Pierre sells some backpacks that we can upgrade. We'll go and meet Pierre today. We also have... Oh, Willie. Oh, I completely forgot about Willie. Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. So fishing is probably the second hardest minigame in all of Stardew Valley. A lot of people list it as the hardest thing. I find it to be the second hardest behind the cart game in the saloon. That's how I see it, at least. There are some who may disagree and find that is easier, but I don't know. I find fishing pretty easy for me in this game. The only downside is my mouse is slowly dying, and sometimes it holds down when I'm trying to fish, which can be very annoying. A daffodil. Go talk to Andy a little later. Let's swing on in here. Anybody new? Now we've got Pierre. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. I'll also buy produce from you for a good price. Then this is, come on, his wife. A lot of people like befriending her, Caroline, because you get access to her greenhouse back here where you can get some pretty useful item and a recipe. Hello, you must be Dee, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. Nice to meet you, Caroline. And I may actually try and use some of that this time. It's a good way to make money really quick, because you can get the tea plant from her, and you can craft up tea saplings. Ooh, the mod that I forgot actually adds a dog in here. Let's go say hello. This is Dusty. Dusty's a good boy who deserves the many pets. Is this Alex? Yeah, I'm right. Oh, hey, so you're the new guy. Huh, cool. Hello, Alex. Ooh, one of the new peoples. So she owns this house here, and this is Olivia. Oh my, aren't you a cutie? Welcome to the valley, dear. It's so exciting when someone new moves in. She has a son. I'm sure we'll meet him around. Here's one of my favorite characters, Evelyn. Pretty dope lady. She's just really cool. She takes care of her husband. Helps out a lot in the community. I really like her. She decorates a lot. I think she's like responsible for a lot of like the little decorations you see. Why, hello, and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you'd like. And she's just, you know, all in all awesome. We have Jody here. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. Well, that was kind of rude. Emily, oh, I can read it in your face. You're going to love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. See, she was nice. Evelyn was nice. You, Jody? Nah. Marnie. Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie. Marnie's pretty cool. You buy all your animals and stuff from her. I'm here to walk a little farther. Bonk. This is Haley. She's going to be mean. Oh, you're that new farmer boy, aren't you? Huh. Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be cute. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. Let's see. Anybody in here we're going to say hello to? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's in his room. So we can't meet him yet. And he's got a little brother. He's actually pretty cool, too. He likes snails and grapes, if I remember correctly. So it's worth it. Obviously, Mayor Lewis. Let's go on down here. We're going to get a cutscene with our boy Willie. Probably my all-time favorite character. Because who doesn't want to spend all day fishing? You know what I mean? Look at this. He doesn't have to do nothing. He's just out here fishing. Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the heart of fishing stays alive. And hey, Maybe you'll buy something from my shop once in a while. The amount of people I've taught how to fish is wild. I love fishing. I haven't been in a while, but it's very relaxing. There's good water. There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Yeah, I can see them all. Look at them. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now. So come by if you need supplies. Also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what me old pappy used to say anyway. Fish, 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 fish. This is also technically a fish. I don't know how it is a fish, but it is a fish. Do some quick fishing. We'll probably run up to the mountain lake. I kind of like fishing up there a little more. But let's go. Oh, I normally play on the sound cue too. Alright, I have to pay attention. No blinking. So one thing I didn't find out till recently, you can't actually lose your first fish. So you can literally sit here and you'll see it just stops moving. So you literally just you cannot lose your first fish, no matter how hard you try. I think you can literally sit here all day and nothing will happen until you catch. Actually, I'm curious. Yeah. I wonder what'll happen if you literally just sit here. It'll probably treat it as a paused menu, you know? But there we go. That's our first fish. We got an anchovy, a small silver fish found in the ocean. But yeah, you can see a lot of different stuff around in here. I think I like fishing early game up at the mountain lake. I think the XP to fish difficulty ratio is a bit better. It's also why I keep this chest. That way I can just put it down, throw a bunch of stuff in it, so I can go fishing. And there we go. I actually just emptied my inventory to do some more fishing, but notice how low my energy bar is. And while we've been up here, I got a tadpole, 10 bait. So I got 2 treasure chests. So I got 10 bait and 2 iron ore in one. Then I got 6 coal in the other. And I got a couple of green algae, 2 largemouth bass, 2 chubs, and a bullhead. I actually, oddly enough, am not seeing any. Well, maybe because the tags aren't put in place yet. These are technically already put down in there. So I'll save up some of my fishes. We'll get some of my good stuff out of here. I'll leave the rest of that for now. We'll come back for it. I always end up leaving a chest. You gotta leave it in a spot where people aren't gonna walk, otherwise they can get destroyed. Pretty sure that's a spot where we'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's. Oop, what do we got? Andy wanted a daffodil. Okay, I didn't have a daffodil on me. I don't think so. So we'll have to check it out. But yeah, I think this has been another good day. So let's continue on with this. I'm going to drop this stuff off. And I think we're going to probably call it... we're going to call it an early night. Because like the only other thing I do is run back, grab that stuff, and then come here. So we're not going to worry about that. With our energy being the level it's at, no real point in running out to take care of anything else at the moment. But, as I said, that's kind of where we're going to wrap it up for this first episode. If you guys would like to see more, let me know in the comments down below. Also, hit the like button, because it's easy. You know, it lets me know. If I get thumbs up, I'm going to make some more. If we don't get thumbs up, it ends here, and I just keep playing by myself kind of deal, you know? So, let me know what you all think. And as always, I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you all have a nice night, day, morning, evening, or whatever it is, or wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace!